starting, I guess, 3 here at Mars Stadium, which was perfect weather conditions. Not so sure now, but it was perfect about an hour ago, we swear. So, yeah, looking forward to some great football action. It should be good. Now, just to get a grip on the weather, down on the ground is Siobhan Rowe. How are you, Siobhan?
Good, thanks, Crooksy. Underground, underfoot today, it's quite firm. Even though we had a little bit of rain last night, it is quite firm underfoot. And there's a light breeze coming across the ground straight to you guys up at the commentary box. Not a dramatic breeze, but it might be a 1 to 2 goal advantage breeze.
All right. Okay, that could be interesting. We'll see what the weather's going to play a part at some stage, I would imagine.
Yes, that'll test out the footballers and the commentators and our cameramen, Peter and Glenn over there, ready to assist us, who are already shivering.
Well, we're fortunate. Peter hardly ever complains about anything.
That's right.
We'll see how he goes. We haven't bounced the ball yet, but we'll see how he goes. These two teams have been reasonably well performed throughout the year, Pete. Yeah, for sure. Gippsland obviously coming into this game as second, and the Bushies coming in as fourth. Gippsland have really had a fantastic season. They've only dropped the 2 games, which is interesting. They've had 2 draws. They drew against Northern, which I think they were a bit lucky to do, and then they drew against Calder, which I think they were a bit unlucky to do. So I think it balances out. But yeah, they've only lost the 2 games, and one of them was to top of the table Dandenong, and the other was to the bottom of the table Bendigo. So work that out. Yeah. We called that game out at Windy Hill, the Bendigo game. I was very surprised, not because of Bendigo, just the fact that, Gippsland was so strong at the time, playing really well, and Bendigo got them. So that was a great upset. But obviously Murray come into this game. They're missing a few players. Eli Smith is playing down at Collingwood VFL. Kyle Clark, unfortunately, injured his knee last week, so he's out. And Jacob Kazitsky as well, he's out, and that potentially a really big loss, especially with the form of Noah Gown, who he possibly could have gone up against. Absolutely. We saw Noah's good work against the Northern Knights about 3 weeks ago. You're still doing your player watch today, Siobhan?
Yes, speaking of Noah Gown, he's one of the player watchers for the Gippsland Power today. He's kicked 22 goals this season and has been certainly in rich form of late. He has taken 76 marks this season, 3rd overall in the TAC Cup, and he's a very good overhead mark. In round 12 and 13, he did boot 5 goals in both of those rounds and is a key focal point in the Power's forward line. And for the Murray Bushrangers, it's the battle of the key forwards today. Key forward Hudson Garoni, one of the most consistent forwards in the TAC Cup, leading the goal kicking with 34 overall. He's good below his knees, a strong mark, especially in the contested situations. And he is 4th overall in marks this year, only 1 behind our other player watch, Noah Gown, on 75 marks.
Fantastic. We're going to take our first break here. The teams are getting ready to come on to the ground. It's a triple header. It's the Gippy Power versus the Murray against the Bushies, followed by the Falcons taking on Dandenong and the Rebels taking on the Pioneers for the last game, kicking off at 3 o'clock. You are listening and watching TAC Cup Radio via the TAC Cup website.
Cowboys Cash and Carry have the largest range of clothing bargains in the northern suburbs for the whole family. School wear and workwear has just arrived and is half the price you would expect to pay at major stores. A family-run business, Cowboys Cash and Carry has new stock daily and 15,000 square feet of bargains. Come and see what the northern suburbs are raving about. Mention this ad and get 10% off their already cheap prices. Cowboys Cash and Carry, 169 Settlement Road, Thomastown, open 7 days.
Technica is an Australian company that's been importing Italian-made and European-designed cooking appliances and white goods for almost 20 years. Technica appliances are a fusion of cutting-edge technology and contemporary design, providing a high level of style and sophistication to any kitchen. This is why so many leading architects, developers, interior designers and builders use Technica appliances, because like their customers, they want the very latest in innovation and quality. Technica, proud sponsor of the Northern Knights and TAC Cup Radio. Executive Maintenance has grown to be a preferred facility maintenance provider by maintaining excellence for over 25 years. A registered domestic and commercial building practitioner, Executive Maintenance provides facility maintenance for government, corporate, property and retail sectors. Whether it's a handyman for your corporate space or a fully qualified crew to manage your project, Executive Maintenance has the knowledge and expertise to provide a personal yet professional service. If you need assistance with your building maintenance needs, email admin@executivemaintenance.com.au. Executive Maintenance, a proud sponsor of TAC Cup Radio. Another year of TAC Cup football, and your number one AFL draft site is back and bigger than ever. AdZ Media, powering AFL Draft Central, continues to revolutionise the way AFL draft content is reported. In 2018, the team has increased to more than 40 writers who will provide powerful and cutting-edge stories nationwide. With draft news, features and women's football coverage, AFL Draft Central is your one-stop shop for AFL draft content. Head to afldraftcentral.com.au or stay up to date with us on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. Check out at AFL Draft Central. Essendon captain Heppel settles, and he's done it! He's slotted through the match-winning goal. Roughhead flies high across the pack and takes a classic mark. Pendlebury's leading from the front, clocking up the possessions today, and young gun pup Cal Porter is looking good in his debut match. Gippsland Power generates footy legends, and NG is the power behind Gippsland Power. NG Hazelwood are proud to be helping tomorrow's future stars as major sponsor of Gippsland Power. Gippsland Power, the backyard playground of tomorrow's future stars. Go Power! Nixon Finance has been running in the Plenty Valley area of Greensborough for over 20 years. As your financial consultants and brokers, they specialise in all your equipment and vehicle finance needs. Home loans, business loans, commercial property loans. They deal with all the banks and get the right loan that suits your needs. Call Phil Smith during business hours on 9435 2600 or email nixonfinance@bigpond.com.
On taccup.com.au, this is TAC Cup Radio.
Welcome back to Mars Stadium. Both teams are out on the ground, and in a week where there's been a lot of chitter-chat about alternative strips, Rick, I'm pleased to announce that the Gippsland Power are in their traditional royal blue, red and white Guernsey, a bit like the old Camberwell Guernsey, or,
Yep.
you know, like a St Kilda, with a bit of a jagged middle white bit for the Power, and the blue home shorts. And the Murray Bushrangers are in the black with the yellow banded purple band around their middle and the white nicks. Traditional jumpers. I'll have no trouble
It is darker versus darker, but at the same time, these two are pretty easy to distinguish.
Black and gold versus blue, red and white.
And Gippsland attacking to the scoreboard end, if anyone's been to Mars Stadium. They get it to the front, trying to work it out. It's already hard to get clear possession. Good pressure from both sides, out of bounds it goes. Now, just in the background, we've got that famous landmark, Selkirk brick, underneath this throw-in. Down to the front it goes. Trying to work it out. Oh, he went without it, and that's a free kick to Walker. So he's at centre wing. He'll pump it up towards half forward. Oh, he grubs it along the ground. Nice pick up and kick that time forward by the Power. And out of bounds it goes. No deliberate as he was kicked. Well, as he kicked it, he was hit with the ball. That was Sparks.
So the northeast-southwest always tricks me in this joint, but that's the northern end?
No doubt.
No doubt. And that's the southern end?
No doubt. And I think we've had this argument many times.
I always get tricked. I don't know why. Anyway, we're almost 2 minutes in on the Technica time clock.
Looking around at the matchups, you've got Kyle Reid heading over to Hudson Garoni. That's a pretty big one, I would think, big country.
Ball thrown in. Nothing decisive. Gippsland looking for Mosquito. There's a free kick. No. Play on called and throw in again. Like two prize fighters just feeling it out.
So those two players, Reid's 193 centimetres and Garoni's 194. Reid's been in good form, so it's not too bad a move, that one.
Crunching
holding the
tackle.
ball.
Very similar attributes, the pair of them, so it's going to be a good clash.
Power go inside 50 for the first time. They need a mark over the back and they've got it. No, just paid it. Whistle? No, play on, says the umpire.
Thought I heard a whistle.
Noah Gowan very unlucky.
Bushrangers going to get caught, just gets the kick away and it'll find the boundary in front of the grandstand. on the western side of the ground. It'll take me a while to get used to my directions. Ball to be thrown in. Up they go. Tap straight to the dirt. Quick kick forward there by Matthew Walker. We're right on centre wing. Gippsland have got the numbers, lose their feet. Too high, says the umpire, and Bailey Patterson takes the resultant free kick. He goes laterally. It's going to be intercepted. They're off to the races. Lachlan Ash slips over at a most inopportune time. Tries to win the ball back, can't take it. Gippsland, his kick is smothered. The big fella, he gets his handball. Now, they can go forward through Brock Smith. Now we've got Mosquito. He lays off the handball to Phillips. Kick. Advantage. Goal. First goal of the morning. And it goes to Gippsland on the NG scoreboard. Proud sponsors of Gippsland Power, NG and TAC Cup Radio. They're 1 goal straight 6. The Bushies yet to score. We're 4 minutes in on the Technica time clock.
And Fraser Phillips is one to definitely watch for next year. I've liked him. Craig Burns, who writes with me at AFL Drive Central, has put the, I guess, pumped him up and said he's quite a good prospect. I've been watching him the last few weeks, and he is very good, very clean, good kick, can kick goals, hit the scoreboard. So
measured that well, didn't he? That kick towards the goal square. Up they go, thrown up. Smith gets it down, but getting out Bollinghouse, gets it out to centre wing. Intercepted nicely by Connolly. He lost it. He's got support this time through Hourigan, who goes very wide, but he's found his man in Motton. Brodie Motton out wide, out to Baldy. Baldy with a good set of hair. Out of bounds it goes.
And I am a fan of the long sleeves. More players should wear them.
It's a little bit dewy down at ground level. That may explain why some players have fallen over in the centre square and down here on the wing.
They'll ball it in here. Bollinghouse up against Smith, who gets it down the front. Baldy, or that time it was Loudon got tackled. We'll have another ball up. No real clear passages so far. Been a lot of harassment around the ball itself. Tapped down by Smith again. Again, we've got another pack forming. Umpire lets it go a bit. And this is my one bugbear about TAC Cup footy. Repeat ball ups.
We've got the traditional TAC Cup setup. 2 forwards, 2 backs, either end, inside 50.
That's good to see. Now they'll work it out. Handball attempt. And it was almost a throw. I'm sure I'm hearing whistles out there. Eventually, we hear a whistle, and the umpire's giving it to Gippsland. Might have been, was that a throw?
Couldn't pick it up, Rick.
So the kick this time by Smith. That time it was Brock Smith. Gets it down to half forward. They'll work it out of there, but fumble. We'll see it boundary side for Gippsland. Out of bounds it goes.
Just keeping a close eye on Xavier Dersma, the power captain. He finds space better than anyone else, and I just noticed he was opposed to Jai Chalcraft at the stops, then Zane Barzan, and now Riley Bice is picking him up. So they're not going direct with him, they're whoever's around him.
Ball thrown in, Ruckman wrestle, no one takes it. Mosquito, he kicks inside 50, they're looking for Gown. He's got it on his chest, he plays on. Tell me he got it, yes he did. Second on the board for the Power. They move on to 2 goals straight 12. NG scoreboard. Murray Bushrangers yet to score. 7 minutes in on the Technica time clock.
He's a powerful unit. Once he gets the footy, it's pretty hard to stop him when he puts his arms out to extend to mark the footy. Not many people can spoil him.
I found the answer to our whistle problem. It's the
netball.
It's the netball in just under the stand there.
Good point.
Just enough to put me off. We want to encourage all sport, all the same.
Yes, that's good on them. Saturday morning.
Up they go. This time we've got a change in the ruck. Butts gets it down. Now they'll try and work it out of there. But this time Gippsland with the numbers again. They'll work it to half forward. Over the top, that kick goes long from Loudon. Over in the direction of that player we mentioned, Phillips. Out of bounds it goes right on the axis of the 50.
Siobhan, we might get you to do some homework and find number 1 for Murray Bushrangers.
No worries.
Not on our list.
Throw in, just inside 50 for power. Shark that time, Chalcraft. Gets it out. Intercept. Worked out by Beck. They go down towards the forward pocket, Gippsland. Over the top. This handball goes to Murray. Murray from Murray. They work it down towards half back. Get it down there. Now they'll get out in the open through Fraunfelder. He'll work it underneath us here. Commentary side of the ground at Mars Stadium. Brought to ground. That was a high tackle. Play on's a call. Now it's a holding tackle, and it will go the same way anyway. And that was Sparks with the kick, and lined up Hodge beautifully there. Austin Hodge kicks it to a dangerous spot. Baldy comes in from the side. Now we'll have a shot on goal. Torpedo towards the goal for an AFL Draft Central goal of the day from Williams.
You'd be happy with that one, Peter?
Yeah, that was magical. I was expecting.
Except, hang on.
Oh, no, it's not. It's behind.
It must have just clipped the post. Oh. My goodness.
I thought Mozzie was going to kick it down.
That was an old-fashioned Peter Hudson flat punt, that.
It was a beauty. Oh, got us all excited. Gippsland going. Kick to the just outside 50 metres. Now the searching kick inside. Oh, Gown slips over and leaves it up for Murray from the Murray. Kicks it sideways. He's found Fraser Ellis in the back pocket. He goes in short. Back to Murray from the Murray. I think that was Hey Hey at Saturday.
Was it?
Murray comes in, kicks, comes up short, and the mark is taken by Vanderpleit. Vanderpleit between wing and half forward in the shadows of the stand. The big men fly, and good mark. He's playing well. Nick Murray.
Taking about 4 marks already.
He's going to switch play. He's got Riley Bice in the goal square. Long kick out. This will need to be very accurate.
Well weighted.
Very accurate it is. Mark taken. Defensive 50. They go out wide. Bit of tempo footy. Noah Amory. Now he's got to make some decisions. Goes inboard to Garoni. They go back the other way. Long kick.
Classy move.
Well by foot. This is Paradisi. Now they've got a nice releasing handball. It goes to Fraser Ellis, who goes inside 50. Bit of a chaos footy. Players go ground. Gippsland. He handed off to Will Chandler then, who had a flying shot for goal and missed the target out of bounds on the full. Bushrangers still yet to score.
I would suggest the breeze would not be a factor in this game for the current moment.
Brock Smith. Big, dirty, big up and under. Up it goes. The big men fly. Comes out the back. Handball smothered. Gippsland very good at ground level. Sweeping handball. Clark gets it across to White. Kicks inside 50. Bit of a chaos footy. They'll be looking for the boundary line, and they find it. Over the boundary line, out of bounds, forward pocket, right-hand side to the northern or highway end. Boundary umpire sets to bring back in. Murray could just do with a goal here. Up they go. Good tap out. All Gippsland. They get a clearing kick through Smith. Free kick, says the umpire, and it's going to Gippsland. Plays on straight away. Long searching kick over the back. Nick Murray just drops what he perhaps should have taken. Ball on the deck. Gippsland with Murray with numbers. Dylan Clark goes into the middle. Blue, red and white everywhere here. Oh, crunching tackle, not rewarded. Tapped out by Mosquito. Spun around. Leo Connolly kicks to the top of 50. Gown throws that out. Gets it to Josh Smith. Onto Mosquito. Little left footer. Yeah. Free kick. And that will be taken.
It was a push in the back.
Downfield.
Downfield, yep.
On Mosquito.
And Noah Gown to take the kick. He will kick from 41 metres out on a 35-degree angle, kicking to the southern end. Gown. Been all Gippsland on the scoreboard. Comes in, kicks. Traditional drop punt, and just to the left. 2-3-15.
Just a quick weather update. It's starting to drizzle a little bit, so we're in for a bit of wet weather footy.
Murray yet to score. 16.5 minutes in on the Technica time clock, Rick.
Kick out towards that back pocket area, nice and tight there. And Fiore kicks it inboard. He's found his man Boyer. Boyer goes very wide. Didn't hit the target and put Ellis under pressure, and they're paid holding the ball here. And they'll kick it down towards Gown again. Up they go, fist over the back. Mopped up by Adams. Can't break away. This is where Gippsland have been good so far in this game. They've really pressured well around the ground, and out of bounds it goes.
This is the kind of area where Mosquito does his best work. He's sort of at the front of the stoppage here, so hopefully something creative can come out of this. But Murray, probably with the weather coming, need to, I guess, make sure there aren't too many more scores on the board.
So I think we've got a blood rule, have we, Siobhan?
Yes, I believe it is a blood rule. One of the Gippsland boys.
Yeah, that's Bollinghouse coming off. So we'll have a throw in the forward pocket. Gippsland attacking. Tap by Murray over the back. Kick out of there. Out of the danger zone, but a good sliding mark that time. And Loudon gets it down towards, there was an early jump by Gown, but that's not on, says the umpire. And the free kick to Nick Murray. Or no, it's going to Fiore. Trying to work it wide. Plays on around the mark. Didn't have a lot of options. Had to run his full measure. Goes towards centre wing, and Jordan Butts up the ground. Takes a nice chest mark. He goes inboard through the middle. Taken that time by Frauenfelder, who's been busy already. Gets on the left, spearing pass, but he needed a bit of height to clear the head of Luke Williams, who took the intercept. Gives it to Ozzie Hodge. Hodge goes forward, but it's a 2-on-1 here. Make it 3, dangerous. But Gippsland get the numbers back all of a sudden.
Oh, you're kidding.
And not running his full measure, Wade Anderson. All he had to do was run a 10-metre sprint to the goal square, and that was a goal.
I think that was a bit of first game nerves.
Okay, we'll give him that one. Outer side of the ground, Murray making a move this time. Boyer gets tossed as he kicked it. But I think it's Butts over the other side of the ground who takes the mark and gets it over to his man in Barzan, Zane Barzan. 2 Z's in his name. Gets it further afield. Now they'll work it down towards the hot spot. Big pack forming. Up they go. They bring it to ground. Gippsland with numbers. Walk, get it out of there. There's a handball to no one in particular, and no deliberate there.
That was Phillips. Got away with it.
Wouldn't mind that one being paid. Now that number 1 for Murray Bushrangers,
William Christie.
William Christie.
He's in the ruck up against Josh Smith. Smith wins the tap down. Murray win the clearance. It's going to be close, and it's out of bounds.
From ground level, it seems that the Gippsland Power have absolutely dominated play, but they haven't really got reward on the scoreboard for their dominance.
Been a bit errant. They wouldn't want to rue that last miss at goal. Long searching kick to the defensive side. Murray. Scrappy kick inboard to no one in particular. Another intercept mark for Gippsland. Slow down play. 20 minutes into this first term. They kick it out wide, and Riley Baldy He kicks along. Hodge goes with it at one-handed. Can't take it, and it's over the boundary line and out of bounds. We're between wing and half-back on the eastern side of the ground. In she comes. Smith. Plenty of power. They kick forward. Leading the race to the ball is Walker. Get it inboard. That was Murray, sorry, Nick Murray. Ellis it was. I'll get it right in a minute, boys. And Murray on the wing. Go in short. Noah Amory comes inboard to Fraser Ellis. They're going to switch play. Ed Adams. Adams, left footer. Not a bad kick. Bit of manhandling. They've got some numbers here. Just need to get around a man. Butts. Handballs backwards. Clark. They've got a mark inside 50. Plenty of voices. This is Para Daisy. I might be just mucking around with that a bit, but that's as close as I can get quickly. Robert
Yazi. Ball thrown in. Tap to the front. Shellcraft out the back. Kicks up towards half forward. And out of bounds it goes. Throw in. Half forward for the Bushies. Okay.
What's happening?
Well,
Someone's down on the outer wing. Shellcraft as he got that kick in by the look of it.
Yeah, the trainers have run straight to him. He's still on the ground.
Got him on the side.
Yes, he's in the hands of the trainers. Let's hope he's okay.
So both
not good.
both clubs are gathering together here.
Yeah, here comes the stretcher.
So it didn't seem much in it, just a little bump as he kicked it.
And they're the worst ones.
Yeah, might have just copped the leg in the wrong spot.
Hopefully.
Who was the...
Stop shop for AFL Draft content. Head to afldraftcentral.com.au or stay up to date with us on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. Check out at AFL Draft Central.
Cowboys Cash and Carry have the largest range of clothing bargains in the northern suburbs for the whole family. School wear and workwear has just arrived and is half the price you would expect to pay at major stores. A family-run business, Cowboys Cash and Carry has new stock daily and 15,000 square feet of bargains. Come and see what the northern suburbs are raving about. Mention this ad and get 10% off their already cheap prices. Cowboys Cash and Carry, 169 Settlement Road, Thomastown, open 7 days.
Essendon captain Heppel settles, and he's done it. He's slotted through the match-winning goal. Roughhead flies high across the pack and takes a classic mark. Pendlebury's leading from the front, clocking up the possessions today, and young gun pup Cal Porter is looking good in his debut match. Gippsland Power generates footy legends, and NG is the power behind Gippsland Power. NG Hazelwood are proud to be helping tomorrow's future stars as major sponsor of Gippsland Power. Gippsland Power, playground of tomorrow's future stars. Go Power! Nixon Finance has been running in the Plenty Valley area of Greensborough for over 20 years. As your financial consultants and brokers, they specialise in all your equipment and vehicle finance needs. Home loans, business loans, commercial property loans. They deal with all the banks and get the right loan that suits your needs. Call Phil Smith during business hours on 9435 2600 or email nixonfinance@bigpond.com.
On taccup.com.au, this is TAC Cup Radio.
Back here at Mars Stadium, quarter time in the first of the triple headers. Gippsland 2-4-16, Murray yet to score. And down on the ground is Siobhan Rowe speaking to Peter Francis.
Yes, I have Peter Francis here, talent manager for the Gippsland Power. That was a really impressive start. You seem to dominate all around the ground. What would be the coach's message at quarter time?
Oh, I think just to keep going. We're really pleased with the start to get 2-4. It could have been another couple of goals, obviously, but yeah, really good start by the boys. They've really come to play and set themselves for this game. So we've been really happy with the start.
What did you assess was your strongest area on the ground? I mean, you've got Noah Gowan up forward, so if you can get the ball into him, it'd be quite handy.
Yeah, very much so. He started really well and looks really dangerous, which is fantastic. And we thought, Sparks and Reed and Hourigan and that down back have been absolutely fantastic. Our backs have been terrific all year and really pleased with the way they started again today.
With the wind, how do you combat these weather conditions, especially if the rain comes back?
Yeah, I think, if you can stay, it's not too bad at the moment, but obviously it'll come in. But I think if you can stay this side of the ground, it seems fairly calm. So I think this side of the ground's the side to play. And if we can keep it out here, it'll give us plenty of opportunities.
And the Gippsland Power have had a really strong season to date. Just for everyone at home, who are some players that we should keep an eye on today?
Oh yeah, we think we're really impressed. Obviously, Xavier Dersmer, Matt McGannon, Noah Gowan has had continued on today. We've got a number of Irving Mosquito, so we've got some really exciting talent out there, and hopefully they have good games today and really give their draft prospects a real boost.
Beautiful. Good luck for the rest of the game.
Thanks, Siobhan.
Good work, Siobhan. What did you make of the first quarter, Pete?
Yeah, I think Gippsland just had the upper hand. Murray, I think, fought back into it after the onslaught early on and really balanced it out. But I think goals are at a premium, and I think their ball skill just coming down the ground for Murray was a little bit shaky. And Gippsland half-backs, like I was watching Brock Smith for a fair bit. Sometimes he can play defensively, but he was playing on a Zane Barzan for a fair bit, and he was creating some run as well as, I guess, playing well close up with him. So I think with goals at a premium, Murray just have to sort of go back to basics, make sure they're hitting their targets and think their way through. They've got some really good forwards, but they've just got to make sure they hit them up when entering forward 50.
All right. Leon Higgins there, just keeping the troops in for an extra minute or two.
The rain has cleared down on ground level, and surprisingly enough, the sun's sort of peeking through the clouds, so it's going to be a bit of a strange day, I think.
Now, the incident with Judge Shellcraft, you might have to keep an eye on that one, Siobhan, prior to half-time, but it does, throw up the argument about time on in these situations because they virtually lost a minute and a half there.
Yeah,
well,
at the end of the game, knowing that it's 25 minutes flat.
Judge Hellcraft is starting this second quarter on the bench, and I don't want to go too early, but if it is a concussion, I do think he will be ruled out of the game, but I will follow that up.
Second quarter action, take it away, Rick.
In the middle, no clear winner. Underneath it, well done getting it out. Dylan Clark gets it out, but Dersmer will intercept for Gippsland and bump it forward. Down towards half forward it goes. Nice take there by Phillips, but couldn't break free. And the umpire has decided to penalise him. And this is with Paradzahi. Might need a bit of help with that one. Goes along, but out in the full it goes. Into that grass patch.
Bailey Patterson just got to run up the hill to grab the ball. No one's sitting out there in the lovely conditions.
Hard work, isn't it?
I tell you what, if you got a nice day here, I could think of nothing better than just sitting on that hill, watching the footy. It'd be a great view.
Great spot. Patterson goes long towards half forward, and well read that time over the back, Matt Walker. Strong player, gets it down, uses it well, just kept a bit low. Now we'll kick out of trouble here. Oh, that ball's up and under. Jordan Butts with the juggler. Couldn't break away with it. And we'll have another ball up. Centre wing. Gippsland are working hard off the ball, aren't they?
They are. Big pack of players around the footy too.
Smith gets it down. Trying to work it out of there with a dribbler. Out wide it goes. Is that Bent Felsen? Gets it down towards half forward. Noah Gowan using his body. Play on's the call. No one won anything out of that one. Trying to work it clear, but Dersmer gets back to help out. Gippsland working overtime. Keeping it around their forward line. Can't break away. Mosquito goes and loses it. So does Dersmer. Now we've got a tackle and the umpire will clear it out.
2 minutes in, no addition to the score. half forward flank, eastern side of the ground to the Gippsland end. This is Baldy, hacking kick up forward, and the mark is taken by Liam Fiore. Lays off the handball. Murray come to the grandstand side. Oh, almost an executive maintenance mark of the day. Good work by Frauenfelder. He handballs off. Defensive punch. Gippsland run and gather. Nice little left footer. They're under the pump. Bailey Beck. Long handball. On the turn is Fraser Phillips. Mosquito in, paddling, tapping. Strong tackle, comes out the back. There's a kick inside 50. Oh, almost a one-hander. Mosquito grabs it. He kicks it to the top of the square. Good defensive punch out. Gippsland leading the race to the ball with Motton. Now Murray, Mosquito's in there on hands and knees, feeds out the handball to Smith into the goal square, and the mark's taken by Matt Walker.
Walker playing deep there, Pete.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't mind. He sort of can play anywhere, but Murray are mixing it up.
Now there's an up Smith to Mosquito. He's dragged off the footy, and that will be the free kick. Lachlan Ash applying the tackle. Ash goes laterally to the outer side of the ground. Not quite hitting the target, but good enough. Now they're in the middle. Mark taken by Boyer.
Ones if they can move it.
Boyer goes, he's going to pick out. Oh no, good
Well
man,
weighted.
good length of kick. He's found Chandler. He goes long to the hot spot, but that's an executive maintenance contested mark. They go out wide. Good interception here for Murray by Garoni. Close to the boundary line, caught, tackled, shoving handball. Garoni pops one up, and they've got a mark inside 50.
That was brilliant vision from Hudson Garoni to spot up Jordan Butts. Very unselfish as well.
And his teammates are coming to him now, which is good to see.
Did we spot that player that took that mark?
Jordan Butts.
No, the mark before. Probably not going to win it anyway.
No, it's not going to win it. It's a strong mark. Now we've got Jordan Butts. He will be on a 40-degree angle. He'll kick from 40.5 metres out to the southern end. Kicks. It looks pretty good off the boot. Hits a Wilbur post.
Gee, that was right to left late, wasn't it?
It
that
was.
breeze was a little right to left.
First score for the Bushies. Error behind. Gippsland 2-4-16. NG scoreboard. 5 minutes in on the Technica time clock. Matty McGannon, half-back flank. Kicks to centre wing in front of the grandstand. All Bushrangers at the back. Adams. He's got Chandler. Plays on straight away. He's got the runner on the lead. He's about the only bloke out there. Now a clearing kick for Gippsland through Brock Smith. And it's over the boundary line, out of bounds. Half-back, eastern or outer side of the ground.
Should have done better there, shouldn't they? Wasn't enough pressure on for that kick. Either a handball or a kick towards goal, more so.
Kick to the fat part of the ground, but it was just all fat.
They're sort of playing wet weather footy before it becomes wet weather footy. Just shoving it on the boot and hoping for the best. So, see how that goes.
That was noticeable. That kick of Butts was going straight through the middle and swung very late. Right to left there. Ball on the ground, trying to sort it out and sift through it, but eventually we'll have another ball out. We're 65 out from the Murray goal. Tap down and a little kick under pressure, Bollinghouse towards centre half forward. Butts leads in the race, picks it up nicely. The handball has to be good, and that it was. Now they'll just straighten it up. And that fumble, another fumble at the crucial stage by Amory. Trying to work it out of there. He did well to butter up now and gets it across to his mate in Boyer. Boyer sends it down to centre half forward. They'll try and tap it forward. Kick out of trouble there by Gippsland, and no one in particular, except it was a good bounce, intercepted by Parad Zahi. This is trouble here. Phillips on the left gets it inside 50 for the power. Oh, this is right on. Anybody's ball on, clean pickup, running towards goal. Just couldn't get the angle right, and spoiled by Murray. We'll see Murray really trying to work it clear with no real pattern there. And again, they'll just have to kick under pressure to a one-on-one in the centre square. Up they go. Worked it down by Chandler. Now we've got an intercept by Bailey Patterson of the Power. Drives it to full forward. Over the back, a juggling mark to Gown for an executive maintenance mark of the day.
Yeah, no, good mark. Beautiful play by Bailey Patterson. Now, that's something I like to see. That he had a touch. Obviously, don't want to give a complete estimate, Ben. Had a touch of the Devon Smiths about it. That saw a little gap and went punched right through it. Beautiful kick.
They're working hard for it, the Power, though. Like I would have thought the last entry that was almost a certain goal with the numbers and everything, and they just sort of held it up. But yeah, don't want to moz him, but this should be a goal. Yep.
Easy one for Gown, through the middle, and just a steadier there. 3-4-22, the Gippsland Power to Murray Bushrangers, one behind. That is on the NG scoreboard, and we are 8 minutes in on the Technica time clock for the second quarter.
You guys mentioned it before, but down at ground level, the work that the Gippsland Power are doing when they don't have the footy has been super impressive. They've got a bit more urgency than the Murray Bushrangers, even though they are 21 points up on the scoreboard.
We're back in the middle. Zach Skinner up against William Christie. Bailey Beck lays the tackle. Umpire will ball up again. Good work by Skinner. Gets it out. Bushranger, oh, they're going to be under a bit of Barney rubble here. Everything's done under pressure for Murray. Eventually they release. Kicked on the outside of the boot. That was by Clark. We're on half forward. Good contest. Little kick forward. Now we're scrambling inside 50. All you can see is Gippsland. Good handball a long way back to Reed. Reed goes out wide. He's looking for Baldy. Just overruns it a tad. He picks it up and gathers it to Beck. Good footwork. Back to Baldy. Now he stops. He measures. He kicks. Can't find the targets first off. Hodge. He's going to go after it hard. Paradisi can't get it. He's over the top. Triple tackle, and the umpire will come in and ball this up. Forward pocket, 20 metres out. Northern end of Mars Stadium. 10 minutes in. Power lead by 21. Gown just bashes his way through. Grabs the ball on the first bounce from the throw up. Kicks it goal through for a behind. 3-5-23 to one behind. Murray to bring the ball back in. Bushies.
The rain has come back, starting to drizzle a bit.
Gown smothers the kick. Now they've got a little bit of clear air. Comes back to Nick Murray. He goes out wide.
Not too often you'd see a kick smothered from the full back square.
No.
Very rare.
Gives a bit of Gown's mindset, like told to play on, just runs straight in. He's not half-hearted about it. Intercept.
Touch of class about him, hasn't there?
Gown. Just kicks it to the top of the square.
As soon as you wrap him, look what happens.
Bit laconic. Goes to the right and it's out of bounds.
He's probably the form player in the TAC Cup competition, certainly in terms of key forwards of late. Fantastic.
He's expecting to be drafted, Pete?
Yeah, I think he got pretty close to a national combine invite. His form just came a bit late in the season, but I think he will.
Out of bounds it goes. Forward pocket. Gippsland attacking in that smaller stand area. So the ball will be thrown in. They tap it out of the congested area, but Baldy on the left got pushed as he kicked it, but it favoured Beck, and Beck takes the mark.
He's having a purple patch, Riley Baldy.
Up they go, Gown with the fly. bring it to ground, 20 metres out from the power goal. Desperately trying to work it out of there. A kick from the defensive side goes out in the full, and we'll have another attempt by Gippsland to score. They're 60 out. Work towards centre half forward with a long lead. To Murray Bushrangers. Had a bit of a say in that one. High tackle. Looked accidental from here.
He's all right, Christie.
And Christie gets up after that attack from Baldy.
Oscar-winning performance there, I think, in the reply.
And a good intercept mark by Kyle Reid, who does that so well. He kicks the centre half forward. Up they go. Bollinghouse lost it. Gets it out now. And Walker, it looked like with the kick off the side of the boot, Zayi grubs it forward towards half forward. Good work, Patterson. And gives it over to Baldy. Intercept again coming from Patrick Warner, who lofts that wide.
Man on.
Now he's got it in the hands of White. They'll work it clear again. Down towards full or centre forward. Walker goes inboard. Bit of a grubber again. Didn't give the forwards much hope. Now they'll work it out through Dersma, but he fumbles. He had enough time, and now it'll end up with Baldy. Baldy or Baldy, Pete? Might be a job for you.
I think it's Baldy.
Yeah.
Baldy. Now it's in the hands in the middle that time. Taken nicely by Skinner. Again, they're running in and around. Mosquito on the left, kicks it wide towards that wet patch. Gown in front, beautifully used his body and kicks to a very dangerous spot towards the goals. He's kicked it all the way for an AFL draft set. Goal of the day. That was brilliant. Were you right behind that one, Siobhan?
That was absolutely magnificent. How he got that ball to bend into the goals, I will never know.
And I reckon not having Jacob Kosicki again, it's a huge loss because he would be the one that would be
manning him up.
He almost like he meant to kick that goal on the bounce, or it would have sat up in the goal square for someone to run on.
Yeah, it was.
So he had two options with that kick.
It was purposeful. There's no doubt about that. NG scoreboard 4-5-29 at the Gippsland Power. Murray are one behind. We are approaching 15 minutes into the second quarter on the Technica time clock. And it's a hacking kick out. Now Dersma gets the ball, kicks to half forward. Nice take by Williams. Better tackle by Adams. Ball held up. Now they get it out. Gippsland off the side of the boot. Ball comes over the back. They're going to have a shot. They're looking for the big fella. Hodge can't take it. Might have been tripped there too. A little bit of hand in. Gown kicks. Tries to curl that one round. It'll find the boundary line. Forward pocket. Playing well, the Power. Gown's your old-fashioned key forward, isn't he? Just, it's all directed towards him. It looks good.
Trying to think, it'll come to me in a minute, but in the meantime, Murray with the handball outside 50, just trying to hold up the Power for the moment. Up they go, no clear win there, but Gippsland have numbers. Taken away by, that was taken by Vanderpleit. Work it inside and Walker over the back takes a nice mark.
I like him.
He's a good player, Matt Walker. We see him mainly across centre half forward, but big body player. Where's he in the pecking order there, Pete? Talked about or?
He's probably more rookie.
Yeah.
It depends. He's in that very late conversation.
Wonder if he'd have the engine, but he's certainly got the man body, hasn't he?
Yeah. He strikes me as someone who, regardless of what level, could play well. Like if he played at state level next year, he could match up well.
In that big pack of players that flew up before for the mark, Josh Smith copped a knock to the back, but he's still out on the ground. A little bit ginger, but still out on the ground.
Zane Barzan has taken a mark inside 50 for Murray. He is on a 30-degree angle. He will kick from 32 metres, and he's kicking to the southern end. Murray looking to get their first major.
He's one I like, definitely.
Zane Barzen, 192 and 77, comes in, kicks, and I like it. Umpire likes it. That's their first. They move on to 117 on the NG scoreboard. Gippsland are 4-5-29. We're 17.5 minutes in on the Technica time clock.
I know Gippsland are, dominating this game, but they haven't quite put them away yet, have they?
No, there's still enough score there.
4-5-29 to 117.
That goal certainly came on the back of the Murray Bushrangers using the footy a lot better, and they gave their forwards a chance. I mean, Hudson Garoni can't be leading the goal kicking for no reason. They've just got to supply him with better ball use to get the ball inside forward 50.
Back in the middle, tapped down by Bollinghouse. Likes to rove his own work. Dersma with a hand out to no one in particular. Tapped over the back, and he'll find, that'll be Ash goes wide. Gives it across to Warner. On the run now. They'll go towards Jordan Butts, who couldn't quite clunk it. Tap towards the boundary line. Bit of a high tackle, and the umpire always worry. What about if that was already out of bounds, Crooksy? Which
Yes.
I thought it was.
Good point.
Up they go. Oh, huge fly over the back. Oh. And it was an early fly, and the free kick will be paid Gippsland's way to Phillips.
With two different coloured boots.
Fraser Phillips. On the left, kicks long towards the half forward, or pushed out of bounds it goes. You always worry about those ones that are paid when they're already out of bounds and they pay the free kick. You see it every week on the AFL.
Not good. Ball thrown in. This is a dangerous kick. Good work by Murray. That was Cameron Wilson. He kicks it off the carpet. Barston leading the race. The chase is on. Good dive and smother, just doesn't make contact. And now Leo Connolly has got it. Centre wing. Approaching 20 minutes into the second term. The big men fly and comes off hands, over the boundary line and out of bounds.
The rain cleared for a little while, and now there's light drizzle falling again.
Just feel a little drop in temperature as the ball's thrown in. Scrappy football, caught underneath a few, roly-poly, and then there's a free kick.
On it.
And it is Murray to take the resultant free kick. They kick to half back, just find one inside the line, Pat Warner. He'll be looking to drive this. It's big and up and under. In between half forward, mark drop by Butts. Christie, quick handball to a man under the pump. Close to the boundary line. And eventually it is tapped over. Working 4 minutes before half time. Of course, following this game today, the second match in the triple header will be Geelong and Dandenong. Get to see, get our eyes on Sam Walsh. We're all looking forward to that as Murray tried to clear. But, good flying attempt. Now Murray spit one out the back. Dersma out wide to Patterson, too long and over the boundary line.
Just a quick injury update. Dylan Clark for the Murray Bushrangers are just going through a bit of a run through now. Got his shoulder taped up and he's going through a bit of handball practice now. Should come back on the ground, but has had his shoulder retaped.
Ball thrown in. Bit of a tussle. Baldy underneath, can't get it, and stuck on the other side of the ground. Rick, see if you can get it out in the last 3 minutes of the first half.
Now this throw in, it's just half forward for Murray. The Bushies attacking to the right of the screen. Kicked out of trouble, down towards centre wing. Austin Hodge, nice pickup, goes on the left and goes long over the top. They get the numbers back, the Bushies, and should be able to clear through Nick Murray. Or a bit of, don't know what you call that, volleyball if anything. Now Smith, the big ruckman, kicks to a dangerous spot. Baldy's his target, he takes the mark. Plays on, snaps for goal for another AFL Draft Central goal of the day. That was a ripper.
2 of those goals and 1 of the behinds. It's been
I tell you what, there's something about Riley Baldy. He has a touch of class about him, there's no doubt.
And a little couple of drops of toughness in him.
That's
a
right.
clearance machine, he is. He'll find the ball out of anywhere. So.
Yeah, I like his style. So let's straighten this scoreboard up. 5-5-35 to 1-1-7. Gippsland with all the answers at the moment. That is on the NG scoreboard. We're 23 minutes into the second quarter, almost half time. Technica time clock.
28-point lead. Up they go, Skinner. Gippsland. Now Murray trying to clear it. Tackle cleared. Kick. They kick to centre half forward. The race is on. Oh, beautiful play there by Luke White. Spun out of a pack. Oh, good mark too to Christie.
Was a great blind turn there, Crooks.
It was a bit like Warpel against Joel Selwood last week. Got it, span out.
No surprises with Warpel for out last season.
Yeah, none whatsoever.
They just don't get it too early enough, these clubs, do they? I don't know what it is.
Now, William Christie, a much-needed goal right on the half-time break. Christie comes in. Kicks. And he's got it. His teammates like it. Good goal, William Christie. That is their second. 2-1-13 on the NG scoreboard. 5-5-35. The Bushies, that's a 21-point lead. 22-point lead, and so 24 and a half minutes in.
So we're back to that 22-point margin that they had before. It's still skinny enough to stay in the game, but 10 scoring shots to 3 at the moment shows the Power's dominance.
Tells the story.
That was certainly a team lifter for the Murray Bushrangers, though. A lot of his teammates got around him, and they know if they can get the ball into their forwards, they're a chance.
Now, there won't be any further score as we're coming up to the siren. And half-time here at Mars Stadium, Ballarat. Gippsland Power 5-5-35 lead the Murray Bushrangers 2-1-13. And we've got some goal kickers to go through.
Yes, Murray, 1 to Zane Barzen and 1 to William Christie, both in the second term. And for the Gippsland Power, 1 to Riley Baldy. Is that... Oh, gee, I'll tell you one thing we do have today. A few AFL Draft Central Goal of the Day contenders.
Yep, good to have plenty. That's right up there.
That and Noah Gown on this side.
Yeah. I think Baldy's was a bit trickier.
Yeah, bit running away.
Running away from the right, yeah. Right up
We
there.
might let the man from AFL Draft Central decide.
Yeah, well, they were both beauties. Behind was the best one, and that was a behind. So, but I'm just looking down. I haven't seen Jai Chelcraft come back, so I'm just interested. Maybe that's something Siobhan can have a look at, because I'm worried that it was a knee or something out on the wing.
Yeah, there was a clash of legs when he kicked that ball forward.
Yes, I just walked up to the Murray Bushrangers bench and I didn't see Jai Chelcraft on the bench, so he may actually have gone down into the rooms. I might chase that up and see. And Robert Paradisi, he was the player that had the shoulder injury, that had his shoulder retaped. I just saw before that he put some ice on his shoulder, so that may mean he's done for the day. He had a jacket on as well.
Ooh.
It's going to make it tough.
Couple of injuries.
Yeah, 2 down.
All right, that's half-time. Sorry, the goal kickers, Fraser Phillips, Riley Baldy, and 3 to Noah Gown. It is the Gippsland Power by 22 points. Half-time here at Mars Stadium. We will take a break. You are watching and listening to the TAC Cup exclusive call of the Super Saturday triple header through the TAC Cup website.
Technica is an Australian company that's been importing Italian-made and European-designed cooking appliances and white goods for almost 20 years. Technica appliances are a fusion of cutting-edge technology and contemporary design, providing a high level of style and sophistication to any kitchen. This is why so many leading architects, developers, interior designers and builders use Technica appliances, because like their customers, they want the very latest in innovation and quality. Technica, proud sponsor of the Northern Knights and TAC Cup Radio.
Cowboys Cash and Carry have the largest range of clothing bargains in the northern suburbs for the whole family. Schoolwear and workwear has just arrived and is half the price you would expect to pay at major stores. A family-run business, Cowboys Cash and Carry has new stock daily and 15,000 square feet of bargains. Come and see what the northern suburbs are raving about. Mention this ad and get 10% off their already cheap prices. Cowboys Cash and Carry, 169 Settlement Road, Thomastown, open 7 days.
Executive Maintenance has grown to be a preferred facility maintenance provider by maintaining excellence for over 25 years. A registered domestic and commercial building practitioner, Executive Maintenance provides facility maintenance for government, corporate, property and retail sectors. Whether it's a handyman for your corporate space or a fully qualified crew to manage your project, Executive Maintenance has the knowledge and expertise to provide a personal yet professional service. If you need assistance with your building maintenance needs, email admin@executivemaintenance.com.au. Executive Maintenance, a proud sponsor of TAC Cup Radio. Another year of TAC Cup football and your number one AFL draft site is back and bigger than ever. AdZ Media, powering AFL Draft Central, continues to revolutionise the way AFL draft content is reported. In 2018, the team has increased to more than 40 writers who will provide powerful and cutting-edge stories nationwide. With draft news, features and women's football coverage, AFL Draft Central is your one-stop shop for AFL draft content. Head to afldraftcentral.com.au or stay up to date with us on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. Check out at AFL Draft Central. Essendon captain Heppel settles, and he's done it! He's slotted through the match-winning goal. Roughhead flies high across the pack and takes a classic mark. Pendlebury's leading from the front, clocking up the possessions today, and young gun pup Cal Porter is looking good in his debut match. Gippsland Power generates footy legends, and NG is the power behind Gippsland Power. NG Hazelwood are proud to be helping tomorrow's future stars as major sponsor of Gippsland Power. Gippsland Power, the backyard playground of tomorrow's future stars. Go Power! Nixon Finance has been running in the Plenty Valley area of Greensborough for over 20 years. As your financial consultants and brokers, they specialise in all your equipment and vehicle finance needs. Home loans, business loans, commercial property loans. They deal with all the banks and get the right loan that suits your needs. Call Phil Smith during business hours on 9435 2600 or email nixonfinance@bigpond.com.
On taccup.com.au, this is TAC Cup Radio.
Back here at Mars Stadium, it is 5-5-35, the Gippsland Power. The Murray Bushrangers are 2-1-13. We'll just run through. We got interrupted with the goal kickers just before half-time. And the goal kickers for the Murray Bushrangers, both in the second quarter, Zane Barzan and William Christie, who was a late inclusion, young ruckman, got one with 2 minutes to go. And for the Gippsland Power, Riley Baldy has kicked one, Fraser Phillips one, and Noah Gown has kicked three. Siobhan, are you down there?
Yes, I am.
You are. Now, your player watch, how's that going?
Well, I was pretty smart to pick Noah Gown as one of the player watch players, and he's kicked 3 goals and looked very, very dangerous. He's the main target down in the Gippsland Power's forward line, has been taking marks and kicked probably the AFL Draft Central goal of the day, I believe. And for the Murray Bushrangers, Hudson Garoni hasn't kicked a major just yet. He's been pretty much starved of opportunity down in that forward line. The ball hasn't been going in there very often, and when it has, he's got Kyle Reid playing on him, who's a very good defender one-on-one. So looking for him to have a bigger impact in the second half.
Should do. He's who was the Rick, that you were going to say, you were going to talk about a full forward. Were you thinking about the kid?
Oakley Chargers.
Oakley.
Toby Wooler.
Toby Wooler.
Went to Brisbane.
Okay. Beautiful.
Well done, Pat.
3 votes to Pat. He's the
Coffee
Nixon
man.
Finance Player of the Day so far. He's done well.
Yeah, Toby Wooler, that type of forward, isn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. He's good. Let me turn Pete back on. Just talking about Noah Gown. He reminded me, who was the full forward for Gippsland about 6 years ago? Scott, was it?
Josh Scott, yeah, went to Glenelg.
Went to Glenelg.
Yeah. He was about 192, 193 centimetres. Just a bit short being that full forward type player.
Yeah, but he was that sort of, at this level of football, he was that magnet that,
yeah,
that
very
everyone
good,
sort of got drawn to.
Leading goal kicker.
I think Gown has
I think
a bit
he won
more
the medal,
strength.
did he?
He won the medal, yeah.
Yeah, he did. I think he's got a bit more strength about him, Gown. And I think he's maybe a little bit smarter as a forward. Like, he can play a bit more roles, and he's not too one-dimensional. So I don't mind him as that forward role. I think he's playing high half forward, which is probably where he needs to play if he's playing at AFL level.
And he's got a partner in crime with Noah Gown, with Austin Hodge. He can just sort of take a little bit of heat off him.
Hodge is one of those players that can play anywhere, really. He's a midfielder. He can play forward, back. He's earned a state combine invite, so there's obviously some clubs sniffing around, which is great to see. Yeah, he's got that penetrating kick. I think he can win the footy. He's strong. He's a pretty consistent player. I think it's just lower in the eyes sometimes, but overall he's quite good for I guess a 19-year-old or overage player. So they've got a couple with Matty McGannon's another one. Unlucky not to go last year. Hasn't put on much weight this year by the looks of it, 73. But he's one of the highly skilled players in the competition, Matty McGannon. So
he's been very good.
You're exactly right, Pete. I've been watching him down at ground level, and he uses the ball absolutely superbly.
Irving Mosquito.
Oh,
They've clearly got the best name in the draft.
Absolutely. He's just look at him at ground level. He is as clean as anyone.
And he's one of those blokes that plays close to the ground. He sort of always seems to be down a bit, moving up.
Well, he's only 175 from the ground. So.
Yeah, so he's not a big fellow.
Yeah.
Who would you liken him to in the AFL, people today?
Oh.
Is there a... Good question.
Jeez.
It'd be one of those little...
Yeah, I hate doing those comparisons, because then it's obvious who, like, you don't want to go into too, I guess, stereotyping.
No, but there's some Indigenous players are just like that. That's the style of football they play. And he's just busy, and he's got that vision, and he's, as I say, he plays really close to the ground, which I like.
Well, considering one of the Hawthorn champions is headed out of the game, it's one that could well come into the team and slot into that exact role. I could definitely see him playing that Rioli role.
Yeah.
He's just clean. Like, you can see him, and he's smart. He often will grab the ball with one hand and trap it while someone tries to tackle him, and then use the other hand to handball it out and exit. So he sees things really quickly and is able to sum up the situation and just get it out. Sometimes he makes mistakes, but I think that's what you sort of get with when it comes to those kind of players. It's fantastic.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, come back on the other side of this, and I'm going to pump you with a few draft questions, Peter, if that's okay.
Yeah,
While we've got you,
yeah, that's
I want to get all your... Just my own personal satisfaction.
Yeah, sure.
This is TAC Cup Radio. You're listening and watching through the TAC Cup website.
Technica is an Australian company that's been importing Italian-made and European-designed cooking appliances and white goods for almost 20 years. Technica appliances are a fusion of cutting-edge technology and contemporary design, providing a high level of style and sophistication to any kitchen. This is why so many leading architects, developers, interior designers and builders use Technica appliances, because like their customers, they want the very latest in innovation and quality. Technica, proud sponsor of the Northern Knights and TAC Cup Radio. Executive Maintenance has grown to be a preferred facility maintenance provider by maintaining excellence for over 25 years. A registered domestic and commercial building practitioner, Executive Maintenance provides facility maintenance for government, corporate, property and retail sectors. Whether it's a handyman for your corporate space or a fully qualified crew to manage your project, Executive Maintenance has the knowledge and expertise to provide a personal yet professional service. If you need assistance with your building maintenance needs, email admin@executivemaintenance.com.au. Executive Maintenance, a proud sponsor of TAC Cup Radio. Another year of TAC Cup football, and your number one AFL draft site is back and bigger than ever. AdZ Media, powering AFL Draft Central, continues to revolutionise the way AFL draft content is reported. In 2018, the team has increased to more than 40 writers who will provide powerful and cutting-edge stories nationwide. With draft news, features and women's football coverage, AFL Draft Central is your one-stop shop for AFL draft content. Head to afldraftcentral.com.au or stay up to date with us on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. Check out at AFL Draft Central.
Cowboys Cash and Carry have the largest range of clothing bargains in the northern suburbs for the whole family. Schoolwear and workwear has just arrived and is half the price you would expect to pay at major stores. A family-run business, Cowboys Cash and Carry has new stock daily and 15,000 square feet of bargains. Come and see what the northern suburbs are raving about. Mention this ad and get 10% off their already cheap prices. Cowboys Cash and Carry, 169 Settlement Road, Thomastown, open 7 days.
Essendon captain Heppel settles, and he's done it. He's slotted through the match-winning goal. Roughhead flies high across the pack and takes a classic mark. Pendlebury's leading from the front, clocking up the possessions today, and young gun pup Cal Porter is looking good in his debut match. Gippsland Power generates footy legends, and NG is the power behind Gippsland Power. NG Hazelwood are proud to be helping tomorrow's future stars as major sponsor of Gippsland Power. Gippsland Power, the backyard playground of tomorrow's future stars. Go Power! Nixon Finance has been running in the Plenty Valley area of Greensborough for over 20 years. As your financial consultants and brokers, they specialise in all your equipment and vehicle finance needs. Home loans, business loans, commercial property loans. They deal with all the banks and get the right loan that suits your needs. Call Phil Smith during business hours on 9435 2600 or email nixonfinance@bigpond.com.
On taccup.com.au, this is TAC Cup Radio.
It is half-time here. The Power lead by 22 points. You've got Phil Crooks, Rick Morris, Peter Williams from AFL Draft Central and Siobhan. You're still down there listening in?
Yes, I am.
The draft. Now, it's if I called you a draft nerd, Peter, you wouldn't be offended by that, would you?
No, I think I've done enough draft
you pass
work
it. You tick all the boxes for a draft work.
Probably.
That's why we keep coming back to you to find out this stuff. First thing, over 2 days, or a night and then the following morning. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, look.
Is it the whole first round, the first night, or the top 10?
I believe it's the first round, from what I read. I think they've still got to nut down the exact things, but by the sounds of it, it's the whole first round, the first night.
It's the first 20, isn't it?
Yeah, well, possibly, yeah, depending on what... Well, by the time you put in the factor, the priority picks it will be with Gold Coast and Carlton. So, yeah, I don't mind going along the way of thinking, because to try and get more people aware of it. The only concern, as I said, my only concern is with the players. If you go there on one night and are sort of being talked up as someone who might go to a club and it's a Melbourne club, if you're from Victoria, and then you don't get drafted and the next few are interstate, you go back home for the night and you're sort of wondering, oh, going, am I in Brisbane tomorrow, am I in Adelaide? And that's fine, but obviously if a club, you know, can give you the idea that they're going to pick you, they say, look, if you're there, we'll pick you, and then there's a slider and they don't, and yeah, it's just more I'm thinking for the players' point of view. From the watchers, like I guess television, it's not too bad. But I do think that if the big clubs don't have many early picks, then their supporters may not get as involved. So.
Okay. What about this live trading during the draft? What does that mean? What's going to happen?
I don't mind that. I do think that before the draft, it will be very, like this draft, it'll be very pre-rehearsed. I can't imagine every club going in going, oh, we'll just think up a live trade right now, and they waste half an hour discussing it. So I would say usually on draft night, clubs know who's going top 10. They've worked it out between them. So I would say they would have worked out a live trade before draft night in that sense.
So can you play out a hypothetical for me of how it would work?
So obviously I think the big thing will be when it comes up to Isaac Rankine. because he's one that obviously has openly sort of said he'd like to stay in South Australia if possible. So I think Adelaide are pretty keen to get him. I don't think Adelaide quite have the picks to get Lukosius. So to get Rankine, obviously if Gold Coast get the priority pick in Carlton and then Gold Coast get something for Tommy Lynch, that could be the first 5 gone. So the next pick on the board's pick 6 with Brisbane. If they think that Rankine is the next best, then then they could well go to Adelaide and say, hey, we're going to take him, what are you going to offer? And Adelaide have one later in a couple of first rounders. They might go to Brisbane, we'll give you those 2 for that. They pick Rankine, and then Brisbane have a pick up 2 players that they want rather than 1.
So is that happening, that's unfolding as it speaks? Like, does Gill say 2 minutes and then, whoever's, Scott Camperelli says extra 2 minutes please or something? How does that work?
I believe that's... Yeah, along those lines. Basically, I'm not sure of the time limits, whether they'll extend it for live trading. But as I said, given it's the first year, I reckon a lot of it will be pre-rehearsed, particularly early on. And they probably have that night break to give the coaches an idea of, okay, let's reset for the next day, the recruiting officers. And then they come in the next day and they're like, okay, they're chatting to clubs going, all right, we rate this person here, and they'll work out a few more trades the next day. I just suspect, I can't imagine it'll be full live trading as such. It will be, but I think a lot will go on behind the scenes.
Preordained.
Yes, so then, because you don't want it looking a bit clunky and a bit uncertain on the night, they want it to go smooth, so...
I'm just thinking of Matty Barmer. He'll have to really pad and stretch if Brisbane and Adelaide, hypothetically, are trying to work out how they're going to do it. Although Matt can talk underwater with marbles, can't he, on the subject matter? He'll be able to do it, I'm sure. So it should be, we'll talk more about this during the day. So that's how it'll work.
Should they be given priority pick?
Should they?
I think Gold Coast should for Lynch, if Lynch goes, definitely. I'm not sure about their priority picks for being rubbish. Like, having bad seasons.
Or not being able
certain.
to retain.
Well, Carlton were penalised for years ago for their salary cap, and they lost draft picks, so that impacted on their success. So why should they get one back if they were penalised for that?
Long time ago.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
All right, third quarter action here. It is the Power by 22 points. Take it away, Rick. In the sunshine here at Mars.
Clark breaks away for Murray and gets it down towards centre half forward. Out in front, Garoni gets the kick down towards full forward. Up they go. They bring it to ground. Good spoil by the Power defence. Again, some unsure handling by the Bushies. Gippsland will be able to work it through Patterson and get it long towards half back. Now it's gone to centre wing, and the ball goes over the boundary line for a throw in.
Just a quick update. I've spoken to the Murray Bushrangers, and Jai Chalcraft looks like he might have done a medial ligament at this stage, so he's going to be sent off for scans but will take no further part in this game. And Robert Paradisi is back on the ground and his shoulder has been restrapped and he's starting in this quarter.
Bollinghouse does his own ruck work again, having a bigger impact on the game now. Now Gippsland with the kick forward. Grubs along. Murray with the handball over the top. They haven't got out of trouble yet. Smother there. A good harassing by Gippsland. They get the numbers. Now they'll have a shot on goal. Hodge kicks long and through for another one.
The umpire didn't move then.
Great work, great teamwork, harassment to win that ball back and open it up for the forwards.
Xavier Dersma, the tackler there. Good work by the skipper. And 6-5-41 the Gippy Power. 2-1-13 NG scoreboard. Proud sponsors of Gippsland Power NG as well as TAC Cup Radio. And 2 minutes in on the Technica time clock.
The Power have just been a lot more efficient. The Murray Bushrangers went inside 50 to start this quarter and just couldn't score.
Smith. Oh, good leap by the Bushies. Mosquito can't take it. Coming out of the centre is Walker. Long kick up forward. Christie. Rasselin. Can't take the ball. It's over the boundary line. Bathed in sunshine.
I'm liking Bollinghouse's work in the ruck.
Play. Yep. Floyd. Floyd Bollinghouse. Sunshine here. Rain just about a kilometre away to your, over your left shoulder there. to the north.
It's a typical Melbourne day today, isn't it? Weather reports every hour because it changes, or every half hour.
In she goes. Smith taps it out, almost trying to have a kick out of mid-air. They get it out to Reed. Reed on the right boot. Good strength. Free kick, says the umpire, to Murray. And this will go to Fraunfelder. Bailey Fraunfelder. Good contest, he and Bailey Beck. Now Fraunfelder will get a great view of this. Glenn will have this right lined up. Good angle. He'll kick from 40 metres out, 35-degree angle, the left footer. Does it come back? Not quite. And through for a behind.
Probably need to go for that left goal post and then, aim for that.
Yeah, it is definitely going across that side, both ends. Left to right and right to left from the scoreboard end.
2-2, 14, 6-5, 41. Gippsland bring the ball back in. It's pretty high. Comes to the deck. Murray. Good work through Bice. Kicks to the hot spot. And good, strong, contested mark taken by Zane Barson. Wore the physicality of Brock Smith. Held up well. Good courage. Good mark. He's going to kick this on a 40-degree angle. Kicking to the northern end.
Look, their most dangerous forward at this stage, hasn't he?
He has, yep. He's already got one on the board. Zane Barson. Comes in, crosses 50. Now kicks. Got underneath it. It's not going to quite make the distance. And there's a mark taken on the... Walker. Matty Walker has taken this on the behind line.
He just got too close to the man on the mark.
Runs around and kicks it behind.
Just an update in the Division 1 Herald Sun Shield. Obviously, St Bernard's are playing St Pat's from Ballarat, which is most of the Rebels team, and it's St Bernard's up 30-4. 5 straight to 0-4. Quarter time.
In the old days, they would have been Essendon players, Crooksy, wouldn't they? St Bernard's?
Yeah, a lot of St Bernard's.
Fairview Calder, as well as Xavier O'Halloran, captains that team.
So we're just inside that grandstand, around the 50-metre mark. Smith with the tap down, sharked away by Ash. Can't break away yet, Murray. They're trying to get numbers around it. They'll share it around, and eventually, again, the kick didn't hit the target, and Gippsland mop up. Oh, great smother by Walker. Opens it up, turns around, dodges, has a shot.
That'll be the goal.
Over the top, and his teammate touched it.
Oh,
a free kick.
Oh, he obviously didn't want him to have the AFL Bell Central goal of the day.
Now, luckily, that Walker will get another kick because Will Krisky touched it on the line.
I'd be spewing.
That would have been another contender.
Yeah. All Rick needs is some other live evidence of Ruckman, Rick, doing stuff on the ground.
Yeah, that's right.
Because his opponent was out of it too, I think.
Yeah.
He wasn't going to touch it.
It was just all him.
Yeah, I think he lost...
So Walker doing well there to avoid the tacklers. Comes in, Matt Walker. It's a difficult kick with this breeze as it is at the moment. Not a strong one, but it lands in Gippsland's hands. And that ball's a bit of a chaotic one. Over the back. Jumping on it, Wilson. Gets it out now. He's got Chandler on the left and he bangs it home. Good work. It was handy having the left footer in that situation. And Will Chandler with the goal they needed. They were building up to something and it looked like there was a goal coming. And now the NG scoreboard reads Gippsland 6-5-41 to the Murray Bushrangers 3-3-21, a 24-point margin. And we are 7 minutes into this third quarter on the Technica time clock.
And that's bread and butter for Will Chandler. He's really smart forward, doesn't miss too many of them. So when he got the opening, just had to compose himself, which he does so well, and put us straight to the middle.
Back in the middle, 20 points the difference. Neither Ruckman, Baldy, pack of players, and the umpire will all this up again.
To give you an idea of how cold it is down at ground level, all the players that are sitting on the bench are sharing blankets.
Oh, how nice.
That's a bit cute, yeah.
That'd be a
I
nice
think
photo.
could you pinch a couple for us up here?
Get Kate to take a nice photo of that for her album. All right, inside 50 for the Bushies. They could do with back-to-back goals. That's really opened the game up. Good tackle. Play on, says the umpire. Not sure that was advantage. That was a throw, Rick.
Yeah.
My incorrect disposal is my biggest beef in the game. They intercept. Downfield, is it? A lot of whistles. No, back to Gippsland.
Yeah, definite throw there.
Van der Plyt. Yeah, it wasn't throw, just threw it over his head. Van der Plyt kicks to centre wing. Dersma gets a Yorker, can't quite take it. Baldy, no. Now Hodge. Hodge searching kick for Gown. He's worked underneath it. He goes back. Oh, good work by Gown. Cleared a passage and goal. That is sensational work by Noah Gown. Great team play, and Harrison Pepper, as Rick would say, was hot onto it and runs in to a very, very easy goal. Good answer to the power, 7-5-47 NG scoreboard, 3-3-21 the Bushies, 9 minutes in on the Technica.
Now, a little shout out to the player that got knocked off the ball there, Parazahi. He actually attacked it with a lot of vigour, but just gave away kilos there to that bump. So he did have an attempt to try and stop those two.
Noah Gown has something that you can't teach in footy, and that's footy smarts. He's a very clever footballer.
There's Bollinghouse, gets it down again, winning the ruck at the moment to his bigger opponent. Now picked up by White. He runs around. He's a classy type at times. Gets it forward, inside 50, and out of bounds it goes.
A few good St Bernard's players running around in the AFL at the moment. Ben Ronke and Mitch Hannon at Melbourne come through.
A lot of Calder players. That's why Calder have a few out this week, because they've gone to play that. And yeah, most of the Rebels team. So
in the old days, it was an Essendon recruiting.
It was a great Gary Foles and Simon Madden and so forth. Bushrangers kick. Oh, through for a behind. 3-4-22, 7-5-47. Gippsland to bring the ball back in. They go, good kick, Baldy. Right in the right spot, good length of kick. Baldy. Not too sure, kicks it up in the air a bit. And
gives the impression he'd be a cheeky type, Cooksy. What do you reckon?
I think Kate told us that he's not backward in coming forward.
Okay. Doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. Not white line fever, but he's got a temperature when he goes over the white line, if you know what I mean. They've lost the footy. There we go, he's got it back.
The wind is certainly starting to pick up again, coming across the right-hand side of the ground.
Ball thrown in, bang on, centre wing. Bit of volleyball, Mosquitoes in there. Quick kick forward for the Bushies. Butts lays off a handball to a man in traffic. And just out of bounds.
There's a player that was talked about last year, Jordan Butts there, Peter. What's your thoughts on him?
I think he was born a day too early. He's December 21st,
so why wouldn't he be picked up?
He was just a bit, I think, raw. He has talent. I think he'd have to come into consideration this year, but he has talent. It's just, I guess having more impact per possession. He finds it all the time. But
plus, he's quite mobile for a big man.
He is, He could play midfield if he wanted to. So
they get it down forward. Again, no clear possession, and we'll have a ball up just forward of Gippsland's centre wing area. So we'll have a ball up, and I think we might have a blood rule by the look of it. Or an injured player. Mosquito comes back to the pack, so he's okay. Might have got his finger pulled back in there. Well, I could guess it in that situation. And
okay, free kick to the Murray Bushrangers. I like it when the umpires give a free kick to clear play.
Just for no reason.
Yeah, for no reason. That's holding a man, but it's a nice mark taken.
Garoni.
Hudson Garoni goes in short.
Oh,
And
I didn't like the kick off the boot, but it was perfectly weighted in the end.
Zane Barzan's marked this hard up in the pocket. Can he kick it?
That was a clever kick from Hudson Garoni, certainly not selfish.
It's a tricky part of the ground to kick it today, isn't it? The angles are with this cross breeze.
Barzan comes in, kicks, and geez, a few claps here.
He's
got it. Zane Barzan.
Yeah, he's a talent, that one.
Wacko the Diddle-O. That's his second for the day. That moves the Murray Bushrangers on to 4-4-28. Gippsland 7-5-47 NG scoreboard. 13, just past 13 minutes on the Technica.
And the interesting thing with, as Siobhan said about Hudson, how he passed it off there, I have a feeling that's something that he might have been instructed to see what he can do, because everyone knows he can kick a bag of goals. It was how do you set up your teammates, how do you create more of an impact, I guess, up the ground. And we saw he had like 20-odd touches last week, so I think he's doing that more rather than being the stay-at-home forward.
Christie, no one can take it. Comes out the back, Baldy on the left boot, kicks to the top of the 50. Mark taken here by Dersma, spearing past to Gown. Bailey Beck grabs it off hands, but is brought down in a tackle. Now they need to clear. Dangerous ground here. Murray, it's in the goal square.
That's the grey area of the holding the ball rule, isn't it? Because he did take 2 or 3 steps after he was before he was tackled, but he didn't have a lot of prior either.
Holding the ball, Rick, it was.
I thought it was, but not a lot of time.
Ball, top of the goal square. Underneath, now it's grabbed. Little kick out. Now Baldy, snap. Behind.
And just on that one,
4-4-28.
and Beck did have an opportunity to throw it on the boot, didn't he? But he elected to run. So, yeah, you should reward the tackler in those instances.
Yeah. Not everyone gets 5 seconds to think about what they're going to do. And when they let it go like that, that brings in the swing tackle. Because the bloke at the back, he'll just keep hanging on and throwing him to get rid of the ball.
Anyway, Baldy's intercepted and kicked inside 50. They've got the numbers this time through Wilson, the Bushies, and they'll kick it to the outer side of the ground. That was Reed trying to sort that out, but couldn't get it. Or they throw it on the boot, but it went nowhere. And Phillips picks up and gets on the left and boots it short kick towards half forward, outer side of the ground. Kick inside 50. Up they go over the back. Nick Murray with the juggler.
He's been impressive today. He's certainly very good at intercept marking.
He has done a lot to impress me, that's for sure. Nick Murray.
Executive maintenance?
We're not quite there yet, are we?
Depends if you have an accumulative total.
He's definitely in front there.
On aggregate.
Maybe Jordan Butts in front for that nice strong mark at centre half forward at the moment. But anyway, the ball goes out. Don't listen to our waffle, but we've got some footy to play.
Ball to be thrown in. We're right in front of the NG scoreboard. 48 plays 28. Gippsland have been in front from the get-go. Handball comes out to Murray. Now it spills out. They kick long. Gippsland have got numbers. Patterson kicks smothered. Dives after it. Paradisi gets it across. They try to spin out. Caught underneath us, right in front of us in the grandstand here. Ball to be thrown up.
Both sides are certainly attacking the contest really ferociously in this third term.
Close up to the action. Christie gets the tap down. They're on the deck. Murray try to work it out. Mosquito getting in underneath. Stacks on the mill. Ball up again.
Mosquito's one to just latch on to the ball carrier.
A bit quieter today, isn't he, Mozzie?
He only needs a couple of touches.
Yeah.
Christie, Skinner, nothing. Now's Mosquito. Out to Beck. Beck, handball, intercepted. They go forward, the Bushies. It spills over to the back. Hooligan doesn't get it. Jordan Butts puts in a shorty. Nice take, tackled, spat out. Now Patterson, underground pass, finds his teammate in Loudon. Nicky Lauder. Lauder, is that better? Loudon goes backwards, finds Reed. Oh, this is going to be intercepted. Butts. Jordan
He won't
Butts
pass it this time.
just sat up beautifully.
Doesn't stop the teammates trying, though. There were a few that ran into that corridor asking.
Jordan Butts.
Well, maybe this allows for a little left to right here from that pocket rather than this one, which has been a bit difficult, hasn't it? Tight.
The goalpost is wavering in the breeze there.
This is probably an easier kick as such. Just aim across to the left.
Yeah, it's left
But
to right.
saying that, missed it, but
4-5-29, the Bushies. 7-6-48, the Power. 18.5 minutes in on the Technica time clock.
Murray seem to be playing a lot better in this quarter, but they haven't got reward on the scoreboard. They're wasting quite a few opportunities to get themselves right back in the game.
Big long boot out from McGannon. Gets it out of the danger zone. Adams jumps on it. Can't quite break away before the tackle. Out of bounds it goes. 65 out. The sun's shining. What more could we want at Ballarat today? Little bit of a breeze, we know. Up they go. They get it to the front. Kick out of trouble by the Power. Gets it forward. Over the top. Here's an opportunity. Skinner gets it towards centre half forward. Nice bounce that time for Phillips. He gives off the handball. Gets it again. Can't quite break away. Doing well here, the Bushies, and they did well to repel that attack and get it towards half back. Butts goes in. He's improved this quarter. Just held up Gippsland again. It was a 1-on-3 and he did well. But this time we've got a hole.
Oh, man.
Holding the man off the ball by the look of it.
Oh.
And now it ends up with Dersma, the man with 2 U's in his name. Gets it down to centre half forward. A bit low, round the ankles. Didn't pay off. Now he gets it again. Dersma goes on the left from centre half forward down towards the goal. But, hang on.
Down.
It was a high tackle. Off the ground it comes. They're doing everything to get this one. Gown will eventually kick it over his shoulder and miss.
Oh.
How many chances did Gown have on that occasion?
He's just trying different things. He's pulling every...
Has he got a few party tricks in
Well,
his
yeah,
up
he's
his
pulling
sleeve,
every
mate?
trick out of the party bag today, I think.
I love that little soccer kick back to the top of the square.
And it was a dangerous kick, wasn't it? Because they had numbers there. They did all right there, the Bushies. They held them up well.
We've got another injury concern to the Gippsland Power. I can't quite pick up who that is, but they're in the hands of the trainers limping off.
Oh, that's Fraser Phillips.
Fraser
Phillips,
Fraser
number
Phillips.
19.
Yep.
Anyway, the Murray
Here we go.
into the goal square. There's that man Barzan again who'll run and kick another one.
He's on fire. That's the...
We just lost that play for a moment, and the kick over into space, into Pagan's paddock, was terrific. And another goal to the Bushies. That brings them in touch here. Have we fell asleep, us commentators here?
14
7-7,
points, guys.
49 to 5-5, 35. We're down to a 14-point margin, and we are 21 minutes into this third quarter.
Well, I guess that goal really just chewed it back because it was 22 at half time. So 8 points in Bushy's favour. You feel like they've been in more control, though?
Yeah.
The
They did well to hold up there, to stop the goal.
They've had an excellent quarter, the Murray Bushrangers.
the 3.5 minutes between now and three-quarter time will tell the tale, perhaps. Ball still in the centre circle. Mosquito.
Oh, look at that, and that's what... Oh.
In and under. Handball. Errant. Flying tackle by Dersma.
He could be...
I'm loving Dersma.
Pete, he could be that type of player. He sensed a bit of a problem there on the scoreboard, and he thought, this is my time to step up, Mosquito.
Yeah.
They go, tap down again, Irving. Trying to get the ball out. Barson can't quite pick it up. Still in the centre. Going nowhere, umpire will come in again.
He's the kind of player that could just work his way out of quicksand. Like, he can get out of any situation. It's, yeah.
What's the talk around him?
Well, he's obviously draftable. He's I reckon he'll probably cost Hawks a mid-draft range. But he's going up and up. So
Another missed opportunity there through Hodge.
not
Through
going to get
for
him
a behind.
free anyway, that's for sure. So
He'll definitely go.
oh, definitely, yeah.
He's impact player, isn't he?
Oh, he is.
He's not going to give you that 30 possessions, but
If
he
ever
will be
did,
dangerous.
He'd be best on ground by
Is
an
there a
absolute
touch of
mile.
Cyril about him?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. He's just got that really high impact per possession game.
Yeah.
That was certainly a missed opportunity from Austin Hodge there. I think the Gippsland Power need to get the next goal just to steady because it's getting a bit tight, and you can certainly feel that down at ground level.
2 minutes to go before the three-quarter time break. Ball to be thrown in. Mars Stadium bathed in sunshine.
No more rain and there's blue skies ahead.
Baldy taps the ball in front, gathers, handballs to Dersma, tackled incorrectly, and Xavier will take the resultant free kick. Defensive side is centre wing. Told to play on, chews up a few seconds. Then he kicks to half forward, the big men fly, Smith can't take it. Ball in dispute, comes out the back, Murray. Loose footy, eventually Hodge, underground pass. Good work by Fiore, he kicks wide, this is all Baldy. Keeps his eye on the ball perfectly, Riley. He plays on, minute to go. Up they go, the big men fly, comes over the back. Murray have got some numbers, now they've got the footy.
Oh, no.
But it is
This
intercepted.
would be a disaster if Gippsland were to kick it.
And just pick this up. This will be Hume, I think, kicking for goal. Mark? No, behind.
Because for Murray, it would be really bad if they concede a goal right now because they've played so well, cut it down to that, 16 points now. If they get a goal, Gippsland, in the last 15 seconds, then that'd be pretty deflating going into the break.
You wouldn't think so with this kick. It's gone 65
he's got
metres,
over
but
the
he's
line.
overstepped. Oh, my dear. So we'll
The
have...
siren might go if they're...
the umpire has it now. Where are we on the clock? It's
Siren
gone
at 25.
25 minutes. The siren should have gone.
That is an absolute disaster.
Imagine if they...
And
Didn't
that's
make
a
the
fair result. And they can't give that as a point, surely.
They won't give that a point, and don't call me Shirley.
Okay.
The scores, Rick.
All right. 7-9-51, the Gippsland Power to 5-5-35, the Murray Bushrangers. This is three-quarter time here at Mars Stadium. Goal kickers, please, Crooksy.
Okay. For the Murray Bushrangers, 1 to Will Chandler and 1 to William Christie and 3 to Zane Barzan. And for the Gippsland Power, 1 to Riley Baldy, 1 to Austin Hodge, Fraser Phillips, Harrison Pepper, and 3 to Noah Gown.
And just looking out there, Jai Chalcraft is out on the stretches, which is, to be honest, a good sign because I was worried we wouldn't be seeing him out on the ground again. He's obviously on the crutches. And
I thought you said stretcher.
Yeah, I know,
you got me worried there.
Yeah, no, he's out on the crutches.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's a medial, yeah. The way he kicked that ball and got collected as he kicked it, it makes sense that it's a medial inside his leg.
And it's better because if he wasn't there, he could well be, on his way to get scans. But he looks, he's looking in good spirits, I guess, for someone who's had an injury.
All right, three-quarter time, 51 plays 35, a 16-point lead going into the last quarter. Power would be favourites. They've led all day, but this game isn't over. You are looking and listening to the TAC Cup Triple Header Super Saturday live through the TAC Cup website.
Technica is an Australian company that's been importing Italian-made and European-designed cooking appliances and white goods for almost 20 years. Technica appliances are a fusion of cutting-edge technology and contemporary design, providing a high level of style and sophistication to any kitchen. This is why so many leading architects, developers, interior designers and builders use Technica appliances, because like their customers, they want the very latest in innovation and quality. Technica, proud sponsor of the Northern Knights and TAC Cup Radio. Executive Maintenance has grown to be a preferred facility maintenance provider by maintaining excellence for over 25 years. A registered domestic and commercial building practitioner, Executive Maintenance provides facility maintenance for government, corporate, property and retail sectors. Whether it's a handyman for your corporate space or a fully qualified crew to manage your project, Executive Maintenance has the knowledge and expertise to provide a personal yet professional service. If you need assistance with your building maintenance needs, email admin@executivemaintenance.com.au. Executive Maintenance, a proud sponsor of TAC Cup Radio.
Carey have the largest range of clothing bargains in the northern suburbs for the whole family. School wear and work wear has just arrived and is half the price you would expect to pay at major stores. A family-run business, Cowboys Cash and Carry has new stock daily and 15,000 square feet of bargains. Come and see what the northern suburbs are raving about. Mention this ad and get 10% off their already cheap prices. Cowboys Cash and Carry, 169 Settlement Road, Thomastown, open 7 days.
Another year of TAC Cup football and your number one AFL draft site is back and bigger than ever. AdZ Media, powering AFL Draft Central, continues to revolutionise the way AFL draft content is reported. In 2018, the team has increased to more than 40 writers who will provide powerful and cutting-edge stories nationwide. With draft news, features and women's football coverage, AFL Draft Central is your one-stop shop for AFL draft content. Head to afldraftcentral.com.au or stay up to date with us on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. Check out at AFL Draft Central. Essendon captain Heppel settles, and he's done it! He's slotted through the match-winning goal. Roughhead flies high across the pack and takes a classic mark. Pendlebury's leading from the front, clocking up the possessions today, and young gun pup Cal Porter is looking good in his debut match. Gippsland Power generates footy legends, and NG is the power behind Gippsland Power. NG Hazelwood are proud to be helping tomorrow's future stars as major sponsor of Gippsland Power. Gippsland Power, the backyard playground of tomorrow's future stars. Go Power! Nixon Finance has been running in the Plenty Valley area of Greensborough for over 20 years. As your financial consultants and brokers, they specialise in all your equipment and vehicle finance needs. Home loans, business loans, commercial property loans. They deal with all the banks and get the right loan that suits your needs. Call Phil Smith during business hours on 9435 2600 or email nixonfinance@bigpond.com.
On taccup.com.au, this is TAC Cup Radio.
Back here at Mars Stadium, three-quarter time, 7:09:51, Gippsland, Murray of 5:35, and down on the ground is Siobhan Rowe, and she's speaking to the talent manager of the Bushies, Mick Wilson.
Yes, I've got Mick Wilson with me. It was a bit of a slow start, but the boys have certainly got right back into the contest. What would be the coach's message at three-quarter time?
Yeah, it's just compete. When we compete as a team and everyone's, playing their role, we're doing, we do really well. But to Gippsland's credit, they were much more ferocious with numbers around the ball, and their disposal going forward was much better. But we picked it up a bit that quarter, and our midfield got on top. I think we won the clearances pretty convincingly that quarter. So hopefully the last quarter we can keep that momentum. There's a bit of a breeze favouring one end, but I don't think it's really having too much of an impact on the game.
What have you seen as the best aspect all round today for the Bushrangers?
Probably we've had some good players that have needed to, we're looking to play well. So probably through the midfield. Our midfielders got on top there through Dylan Clark and Cam Wilson. Matt Walker's been really good today. Zane Barsden's starting to get a bit of it up forward, Hudson Garani. So, yeah, hopefully those players can keep playing well.
And just a quick injury update. We saw two of the guys go down. How's Jai Chalcraft and Robert Pans?
Zari? Rob's just got a bit of a shoulder, so he should be okay. But unfortunately, Jai's, looks like he's damaged his medial ligament quite badly, so he might be out for a fair few weeks.
Beautiful. Good luck in the last quarter. Thank you for your time.
Good work, Siobhan. All right, last quarter action here as the staff make their way off the ground. Umpire holds the TW aloft. Take it away, Rick.
Up they go, and Smith gets a knockout this time, aggressively taps it forward. Down it goes now to Murray's end, and a good pick up and kick by Garoni inside 50, And a nice mark to the dangerous Barzan. Is it? Or is it Christie? No, it is Barzan.
This will make a difference.
And that was a hard kick to intercept, wasn't it? A good, low, hard
lowered the eyes.
kick by Garoni there.
Hard kick to spoil.
So Barzan comes in from centre half forward directly in front, and he'll need to be right to left, but he went way left. And that is a strong wind there.
Mick told us just before that the Bushies seem to have got on top around the contest, and that's certainly the case in the start of this fourth quarter.
So they're kicking the outer side, and there's space over the back, and we've got two Gippsland players running onto it, but the boundary beat them. Out of bounds it goes, but a big clearance there from Gippsland to get it to centre wing from the kick out. Bit of an indicator of the breeze there. So you definitely got to attack. I think Murray would have to attack from this grandstand side if there were to be any chance in this. Again, we've got a ball goes out of bounds on the tackle. Had a lot of that today, tackling on the boundary and out of bounds it goes. So we're just forward, Gippsland attacking. Smith and Bollinghouse has been a good duel. Bollinghouse taps it to the front. The wind held it up there. Now we'll have Baldy with the intercept. Gives it across to Belson, who kicks down towards Gown. They kept it in there. This will help out Mosquito, or that was in that time Parajayi. Can never get that right. So we'll have a ball in. We're 35 out from the Gippsland goal. This time, Gown at the front. Didn't take it. Now they'll run it out, Murray, and kick down towards the middle. Ball held up in the breeze. Intercept this time by Hourigan. He gets tackled with it. Butts plays on. He gets it across to the dangerous Clark. He dribbles it forward, but no ball for any forward. And here's an opening here. Picked up by Barzan. He can't break away. And all of a sudden, we've got a pack around it, and Murray Bushrangers are inside 50. They turn that one around quickly.
You get the feeling this game is really on now. Murray seemed to have the momentum.
Breeze picking up, Siobhan.
Yes, it is. Again to the right-hand side of the screen, going across the ground.
All right. Kick out of trouble's out of trouble. It's out of bounds. All of a sudden, we'll have Matt Walker to kick it in. And he's 65 out from the Bushies goal. Now we'll need to try and centre this somewhere. And he gets told to play on. He keeps it low. Oh, the ball held up nicely. They've still got possession here, the Bushies. They've got numbers through Bollinghouse, but that kicks off the side. And we'll have an intercept mark to the first gamer, Wade Anderson. He plays on, gets it across quickly. They're on the run now, Gippsland. One bounce, two bounces by Connolly. He goes for a third. Kicks towards the hot spot in the goal square. Up they go. Murray with numbers, get it over there for a behind.
That was wonderful play from Leo Connolly. Almost set his team up for a goal, but it's those moments when players take the game on that get them over the line.
16-point margin, Gippsland lead. There's Parajahi. No, you can't play on from a mark. No advantage there. This breeze is really picking up now.
The weather looks a bit ominous.
Cooksy's getting a bit scared whether this grandstand will hold up.
Interesting day. It just doesn't roll off the tongue. Paradizai.
There is a Y.
There'll be a silent letter. How did
this could be costly. Now we've got Baldy, who has slaughtered that one.
Wasn't that an interesting kick? The ball held up, and the man on the mark actually went and took the mark. It was an interesting kick.
Bushies goes short. Dersma comes over. Gown Sweeping handball. Nice intercept. Dersma could have been held. Now the kick, clearing kick. Comes back, Christie marks. Handball's off. Not clean, but good enough. They go out wide. Mark taken by Cam Wilson. Wilson looks to spot up a man. Garoni, left boot, looking for Barsden. Keeps his eye on the footy, reads it well.
If he can get it there. Oh, missed it.
They go inboard, Boyer. Big kick inside 50, mark on the May West.
Jeez, lucky.
And that mark is taken by Will Chandler. He's the left footer that kicked the goal down here, isn't he? Yep. Chandler will kick this from 45 metres out. Close enough to directly in front. Slightest of angles. Chandler to put them within 10 points. Kicks. Always looks as though it's going to fade left.
They're not reading it, are they?
Just made the distance.
It's hard to being a left footer as well, kicking at that end.
That wind is now starting to do funny things with the footy, so they have to start reading the breeze a bit better.
Gippsland out of wing. They go inboard, look for Smith. Smith lays off a quick handball. Finds Sparks. It's over the top, beats all comers. Free kick. And the free kick will go to Nick Murray. 7 minutes into this last quarter. Following this game, we're going to have Geelong and Dandenong. Murray lays the handball off. Oh man, all on his own.
The wind again.
And again, that wind has taken it over the boundary line and out of bounds on the full.
I reckon you've got to play on this side of the ground.
Yeah, you've got to play the grandstand, especially Murray do.
The wind seems to be coming directly across the ground now up to where you guys are in the commentary box.
Yeah, we can feel that.
Back in the middle it goes. Now they'll kick it inside 50. 1 against 1. The busy Barsden wins possession. Gets it to Bollinghouse. Let's see what the big fella does. He tried hard, but got a behind there. Been impressed with him. 197 mobile ruckman. Good to see. Now the kick out. Kyle Reid has it to Dersma. He's had a good game. He'll play on and run through the middle. Arches his back. Kicks it up, but the ball held up. And a good intercept mark there, Fiore. He goes wide. They're all having trouble judging this breeze, and Baldy gets it. Gives it back to Beck. Beck to Baldy. To Baldy. Over the back. He'll get it again here. He does, but runs into trouble. All of a sudden, it lands with Irving Mosquito, who kicks it up and under. Inside 50. A bit of a juggling attempt, not taken. And then we've got Stacks on the middle for a ball up. We're about 52 metres out. Gippsland attacking. They're on the right side of the ground. Grandstand side if they want to make a move, both teams. Over the back it comes. Out into the open. Murray with numbers, just not enough numbers in the end because Beck comes in and spoils the party and gets held. And Beck will take it. This is a dangerous kick, but he executes it beautifully to Dersma. Dersma goes wide into the middle. He has runners. Now it ends up with Sparks. They'll give it across and a lead by Gown. It beats him. Out of bounds it goes.
How many has Noah Gown kicked today?
3.
He's had plenty of opportunities, no doubt.
He missed a couple as well, so yeah, just a good mover. Very mobile. Not a real tall. He's 193. He's good size.
Barsden's just slightly limping coming off the ground.
All right, they don't need that because he's been probably one of their better players. Best forward on the day for the Bushies. Mosquito gets it, but we've got a free kick in front of goal here to Aussie Hodge. And still not an easy kick with this breeze swirling at the moment. He's got a kick from about 35 metres. It's a big kick in the context of this game. We're 10 minutes into this final quarter. They lead by 14, the Power. We'll see what he can do. Austin Hodge comes in, 35 out on a bit of an angle. Kicks it, and it goes right. Players just don't seem to be learning. They're kicking to the middle of the goal, which you can't do with these sort of breeze.
Ball brought out, Christie. Nice mark. I've liked his game. He gets across to Paradiddle. Can't pick it up. Dersma intercepts. Evades the tackle. It's a long kick inside 50. Comes off the hands of Nick Murray. Play on, says the umpire. Fiore, Boyer. Quick kick out. Oh, they're in the van. They're in the van. Takes one bounce. Needs
Walker's
to get rid of it.
all alone at half forward if they can get it. He's about 15 or...
They dish off.
There we
The
go.
ideas
They
there.
kick to the 50. Ball bouncing. Chaos footy. Butts lays the tackle. Comes out Patterson. Patterson kicks. He's intercepted by Christie. Christie on the left boot. Turn around, Zach Skinner. Can't get it. Handball out. They look a bit tired, some of these boys. They're going up and down in the one spot. Baldy. Patterson. Good handball. All on their own. Caught. Tackle. Paradisa gets it across. Boyer, little kick into the middle. Play on, play on. Kick to half forward. Beats everybody. Ducks underneath the tackle. Now he's caught. Garoni wrapped up into it. Back out to our man Baldy. Baldy kicks to wing half forward. Good stretch for a mark. Can't take it. Boyer. They're out. Christie. Works this way. Works back that way. Frenetic footy. Handball. The look away. Perhaps he should have looked. Mosquito gets a free kick. Caught high.
After that wonderful attempted mark by Nick Murray, he's now come off the ground in the hands of the trainers.
Yeah, a bit of a head to the ground. They'll kick it forward to Gown, who takes the mark at half forward to Gippsland Power. Trying another thrust forward, and they do. Inside lead, and a good take out in front, Leo Connolly.
So Murray are down to 2 rotations now, with Chalcraft obviously gone and both Barzan and now Murray getting worked.
It's still an important kick, this one, because Murray are making a bit of a push here. One last go at it with 12 minutes to go. So, big kick for Leo Connolly. 45 out on the angle. He allows for it. He brings it back, but in the goal square it goes. Ball hits a deck. Hodge with the attempted soccer goal, and it's rushed through eventually for a point, sorry. And now the score is 15 points to margin. They've got it with Wilson, Cameron Wilson at half back. He'll go to the outer side. Not sure that's the right way to go, but he's found his man in Walker. He's been terrific. Gets it inside. He's put it up. They bring it to ground. No clear mark there. Kick out of trouble that time by Smith. Gets it forward. He's found his man in Anderson. It kicks to a one-on-one. They're pushing and shoving. Eventually, they overrun it. Dersma with the dribble goal. Through for a goal. He's been terrific today and gets a reward. That was, of course, Xavier Dersma. The class player gets the goal when they needed it. So the score's now 8-12-60 to 5-8-38, a 22-point margin to the Gippsland Power. And we are 14 minutes in on the Technica time clock final quarter.
I just think that Murray probably need to pull the trigger a bit more. Gippsland are pulling the trigger and going long. Murray is sort of hesitating. We've seen a few times where they've gone for look-away handballs or short middle passes. I think sometimes you just got to take the risk, and that's what Gippsland have done really well.
Interesting for the Nixon Finance Player of the Day, the vote contenders. Plenty of good players today. Baldy gets it down towards half forward. Adams trying to push it out of there, but they've got numbers again around it. Gippsland, Dersma crashes through, gets it out. Can't quite break away. There's his other mate in Baldy, who tumbles it forward, and we've got a kick downfield. Oh no, he anticipated a kick downfield, but I think we've got a reactive free kick here where
Reactive free kick. What are those?
Well, it looks like Baldy wasn't happy with his treatment, and I believe it's going in. Well, no, sorry. The umpire pointed to the Gippsland end, meaning that it should have been a free kick to Murray. But what he was saying was a downfield. It was actually a downfield. So anyway, it's with Gippsland.
What a funny kick.
And offline it is.
That's the Mason kick observation during the week. He can't understand why the free kick, the umpire points to the other end's goals.
I agree with it. Why don't they point to the end of the goal kicker?
Which way are we going? All right, ball brought back in. Smith. Oh, bit of a hard to describe. Players fly everywhere here. Now Baldy kicks forward. Oh, underground handball. Goal.
That's game over.
Motten, Bodie Motten. He kicks the sealer if ever there needed to be one. And that moves the score on to... Okay.
How have you guys assessed Xavier Dersmer's game? I think he's been really
loved it.
Pivotal in this last quarter.
Really enjoyed his game throughout. He's been a class mover on the ground for mine.
He just gets so much space, and you just can't believe it. Sometimes he'll be at half back, he'll kick it, and he'll be on the second possession along at half forward. So he covers the ground really well.
67-38, I think that was the sealer if there was going to be one.
We'll just check the scores at final time. Bit of discrepancy in the point department. All right, ball in dispute, comes out to Paradisi. He kicks forward, mark taken by Chandler, dropped, gets it over to Baldy. Baldy goes in short to Beck. Beck always looking to play on, just held up. Now he kicks looking for Gown. He leads strong hard, can't take the mark. Murray, little dish out. Paradisi to Chandler, can't take it. Baldy, good hands. Dersmer. Xavier Dersmer, searching kick, lovely kick. They lay off to Patterson. Patterson kicks into the pocket, close to the boundary, and eventually seen over the boundary line and out of bounds.
Paradisi's been good today, I thought.
Excellent.
Quite good on. He's
got to be a bit surer with his ball handling, but he's definitely exciting to watch.
He's that raw talent, I think.
We'll have a tap down by Gown. Baldy gets tackled. 3 tacklers.
Now that should be holding.
And holding the ball. Did he have an opportunity?
He had that momentary once he grabbed it to do it, and then he chose to sort of turn his body and
have a look.
Second he did that, he had to get it.
Now Fiore has it, and he's got a man in Adams wide. Oh, he tunnelled there by Beck, but he took the mark. Greater mark. That's the executive maintenance mark of the day, that. And he got pummeled as he kicked it. Now they'll get it out to Franfelder, who opens things up, going inside to Ash. Ash will kick it towards centre forward. Over the back it goes. Beats all comers, but mopping up down there is Brock Smith. He should be able to clear and gets it across to his man in Bailey Patterson. Patterson gets it out wide and out of bounds it goes. We'll have a ball in. Umpire trying to fetch it. Can't get over the fence. Sending one of the trainers over the fence to get it. So it looks all over here. 19 minutes into this final quarter. 9-13-67 Gippsland to 5-8-38 Murray Bushrangers. Up they go. Christie to the front. Taps it down. Still got a tangle of players in this. And we'll have a ball up at centre wing, outer side of the ground. Tap down to the front. Kick out of trouble, but that wind will sail over the line. Seen that so often today. At outer side, Breeze just capturing the ball and whizzing it over the line.
Switch it here.
Yeah, good to see them take a risk here. They have to do something. Warner. They've just got to go towards this side of the ground, the scoreboard side. Win or lose, they've opened it up. And now it's with Adams. And the kick. Hang on, we've got an encroachment.
Meters, yeah.
That'll help them anyway. But they've got to go right here, Pete.
Come back to the ground.
come back inside 50 to the right if they can clear that long kick. That's the passage they're taking, and the idea was right, just a bit long on the kick. McGannon spins out of trouble with the left, intercepted by Wilson, but the power with numbers through Dersma. Another intercept. Walker gives it across that to Chandler. Chandler goes long into the goal square. Awkward bounce. Opens play up for that time. It's Brock Smith who will clear. He'll get it over to Patterson. Barley Patterson runs onto it. He's got someone on his tail there. Can't quite pick that player up. Eventually, we'll get it out. And I'm hearing whistles here over the back. But eventually, they're hugging the boundary line. Kick out of trouble by Gippsland. Spoil by Fiore. Murray with numbers through. Ash. He gives off the handball. Walker can't break through. There's Aussie Hodge. Gets it on the boot and kicks long to the big fella. Murray gets it in front of him and out of bounds it goes. So they paid a free kick for in the back by the look of it. He's played a real good game, Nick Murray. Taken a couple of knocks as well. And this time they'll go through the middle here. One last go at it. Try and open up through Ash. He'll go to the left side. He's got a man, and he's taken the mark Barzan. It might have hit the deck, and the umpire calls play on. We're 45 out from the Bushies' goal. He just sort of propped at the last minute, didn't he? He had to keep running towards that ball. It was just the wind held it up, I suppose. Tapped out the back. Again, Bice trying to get it away. They've got numbers all the same through Skinner, the power. They'll kick it towards Parajayi, and out of bounds it goes. So Gippsland will go on to win this game, the first of the triple header. They're up by 29 points at Mars Stadium. We're getting a little bit of rain come in time for that second game.
Yes, I think Dandenong and Geelong are going to get a bit of a downpour by the look of the clouds.
Anyway, they're paddling it forward, Gippsland, hugging the boundary line. Parajazi gets tackled with it. Eventually, Big Smith gives a kick towards full forward, out in front. They're paddling along in a dangerous spot here, the Bushies, but they'll get out of trouble if they handle it cleanly. That they do. Good attack on the footy. That's Ash again. He's done brilliantly this last quarter. Gets it across, and looks like Wilson there doing a little bit of showboating, but it was great to see. Good skills. Eventually didn't get to his man in Bice. So another attack foiled. Fiore goes the man, but he opens it up for Paradzayi. He gets it out. Really clever handball in trouble. Finds Wilson eventually. Inside they go. Clever work. White. Kick dribbles towards the boundary line. Walker. Really impressed with his game. One of the better players for the Bushies today. Played a utility type role forward and back at times. Now we've got Christie palming it down in the ruck. Good aggression, both teams there, trying to paddle it out of trouble. They'll look to clear here, the Bushies, and kick it towards centre half forward. They do. Over the back. Is anyone there? Oh, there is, but it's only Reed. And Reed will come away with it into the centre of the ground. This will be turned over again. And Fiore gives off the handball. It wasn't decisive. Allowed the tacklers in, and all of a sudden we've got a ball up in the middle of the ground.
I reckon both teams will be looking forward to the siren in 30 seconds with the rain coming down.
It is coming down heavy now, and trying one last ditch effort, the Bushies, but the power are just too strong today, and a good smother there saw the ball back in a pack situation. We have got ball up just inside the centre square. Murray Bushrangers attacking. There's only a few seconds left of this game. Now Chandler on the left. Oh, that kick goes off the side of the boot and into the grassy knoll over the back. And there is the siren. Full time here at Mars Stadium. The Gippsland Power, 9 goals 13, 67, defeated the Murray Bushrangers, 5 goals 8, in the first of a triple header here at Mars Stadium in Ballarat. We might just have a look at the goal kickers before we get out to our interviews on the ground, and I'll go with Gown with 3 for the Gippsland Powers. Singles to Dersma, Baldy, Hodge and Phillips, Motton and Pepper. And for the Murray Bushrangers, 3 goals to Barzan, 1 goal to Chandler, and I might have missed one. Oh no, there's Christie at the bottom. Well, that was good effort by Bushies in the end. They did battle hard, but Gippsland had all the answers, no doubt about that. Every time they got to within a winnable range, the Gippsland Power were able to repel and come back with a goal.
They never gave up, the Bushies, just didn't have those avenues to attack, I didn't think.
The wind did play a part because the players were finding it difficult in that last quarter, especially when it picked up. So we'll be about to go to the interview on the ground. We might need Siobhan to come closer to us to get a better reception. So looks like we've got a player there with Siobhan.
No stress, he's just going to finish shaking hands with the other players, and yeah, we've got Xavier Dersma with us.
All right, Pete will get the camera on Xavier and Siobhan Rowe.
Yep. All right, Xavier, that was a really convincing and very good win by the Gippsland Power. You guys moved to outright second on the ladder. Yep. How did you assess the team's performance today?
Yeah, no, it was really good. We had a really good start and got the score on the board early and put some pressure on them, and then sort of fell off in the end, but we got it back, built it up in the last quarter. We had a little bit of a lapse in the middle, but it was good to finish strong.
It'd be nice in a midfield with the likes of Riley Baldy, Bailey Beck, Mosquito, and you've got big Noah Gown to kick 2 up forward. How is it playing in a midfield with those sort of players?
It's really good. You've got lots of great options to handball and kick to, so credit to the boys. They've had a really good year, and so we just want to try and keep that going through the finals.
Well, you've been voted as a player of the game today, and you've got one of the TAC Cup Radio beanie. How did you assess your performance today?
I thought I had a bit of a quiet start to the game. I think my first half probably didn't have the impact I would have liked to, but I built it up and had some good tackles and stuff in the second half, and I thought, yeah, in the end I played a good game, so yeah, I was pretty happy with it.
Beautiful, well done, thank you.
Thanks very much.
All right, good work, Siobhan.
You got anyone else there, Siobhan? You've got to make a run for it if you do.
I think they're going to be pretty
I think
we've lost them, that's okay.
Yeah, I think they're almost in the rooms now.
It's fairly cold out there.
I'll let them go, and the second game looks like it's about to get underway in a moment, so I think that they're just as keen as me to get out of this cold.
The next one. We've got to get through the executive maintenance mark of the day.
Gave it in the last quarter.
Yes.
Trying to remember who that was. I think
so you overtook